certain, pronouns or any word for that matter. I don't think that that's something that should be regulated. But, if you, if you, let's say this, if you don't know and you mess up and, you refer to them in the wrong pronoun, obviously they should be understanding that you're not doing that on purpose if you're not doing that on purpose. But to me, is if they say I prefer to be called, whatever, I don't mind saying it. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
it's just a word.
But I mean, but let me ask you, if somebody calls me a she, I'm not going to let it triggered over it. I'd be like, well, you're just an idiot. I'm like, whatever. It's not going to bother me. But
people do that to me.
It'd be like you said, it's very impractical, right?
Yeah, like every time I go to the restaurant, you can flip a coin and guess what pronoun they're going to use. That's because I generally don't give a shit. Most women, like, they look like they give a shit about like how they present themselves. So I'll just go in like with my muck boots because like I do a lot of field research, and they're just like, oh, hi, sir. Or like you wear a lot.
Do you more because you're not on camera because your camera was broke dick, right?
Yeah.
But do you phenotypically more express female or male, or gender expression wise more female or male?
I would not be surprised if I have like higher testosterone levels than average for a woman, because like phenotypically I don't look particularly feminine, and behavior wise I don't act particularly feminine, but I don't really care to identify. It just doesn't matter to me. So
Gotcha.
like I'll one day I'll wear like what is classically a feminine attire. The next day I can wear a suit. It's just clothes to me. It's just pieces of fabric. I don't attach any higher meaning to it. And like I really don't understand people that do. Like it's like I don't understand the whole I want to change my clothes and I want people to call me a different gender than what I am. And I also don't understand men or women that have to look like a guy that has to take steroids, otherwise he's not a real man, or a woman that has to get boob augmentation, otherwise she's not a real woman. Like, you're a real man or a woman regardless. It doesn't matter what the aesthetic is, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Like, I don't think that any particular aesthetic is male or female. It's just a look.
So in that regard, if it's just a look, let's say there's like a male that's a cross-dresser. And by the way, I have to ask Kyle, we actually were going to get a very famous cross-dresser on at one time. Gypsy, I believe was the name. We have to look into that.
Gypsy, James
Hall. Yeah. It would be a good time to check. Yeah, to get that taken care of. Still working on that. But if there's a male that is a cross-dresser, clearly their gender expression would be female, but they may want to identify still as a male. Right, so that's where you have to go. Well, I mean, you have to kind of ask them.
See,
you're cross-dresser, but do you identify female or male?
Yeah, see, I wouldn't see, like, if you're wearing a dress, I don't see dresses as feminine. I see them as a shape of cloth. But that's just, I don't associate it with that. I know culture does.
The full
I don't wear, like, yeah, I guys can do that too. It doesn't make them feminine in my mind. It's just paint.
Well,
really, it's just
let me
face
ask
paint.
Kyle actually is friends with Gypsy. So does Gypsy identify as a male?
He does, yes. When he's
even when he's dolled up.
I don't know necessarily if cross dressers are the that's a very difficult pool to pull from, to try to do it like a baseline, like average, because you have some, I have several friends that do drag shows all the time, but during the, when they're not on stage, they're the most masculine, you would never know that they do cross dressing. Then you have some that are that stay in cross dressing like every day. So that runs the field, I think. It's a large spectrum in that world.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be the case. Yes.
By the way, I am going to be doing in March on this show. I'm going to be doing on a Friday night a drag show. You will get to see behind the stage, where I get made up, and then when I actually do the drag, I can't believe I'm doing this, but
I can't wait for that. That's pretty awesome. I wanted to do I was going to go as a Bud Light girl one time. I was going to dress up as a Bud Light girl.
Yeah, it's for charity. So, for the kids, I will wear stilettos.
I would do it. Shit, yeah. Dude, I would have no qualms whatsoever of dressing up like a woman for charity at all.
Listen,
put me in the heels, the whole 9 yards, and I'd be like fabulous.
Listen, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with me actually wearing the drag it up. It has everything to do with trying to be graceful in any type of heels on a stage or anything where I'm going to have to. Correct. That's where the problem comes.
I can't even wear them to walk down a flat surface. So.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know how they do it.
I'm going to crash.
I've tried before. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've sold shoes. I mean, I was the head of departments with ladies' women clothing and the whole 9 yards and undergarments. So I mean, you try walking these things. It's like, are you out of your mind? I mean, my posture would go to crap. I don't know how women do it, or even men that cross dress. I don't get it.
Oh, let me say this.
Painful as hell to stand in those things.
Let me say this, live chat. Because I love you and because we're family, I'm going to let you guys pick my drag name. So as you come up with them, you can just start throwing things out in the live chat, and we'll let you guys pick what I'm going to be called. So that's how much I trust you guys.
On that one.
Do me right. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, there you go. That could be your drag name. Do me right.
No.
And discount gnome is out, so don't even try it.
All right.
Yeah, right. Surprised they haven't said that.
I think we should do me right.
Do me right.
There you go.
That's a great.
All right.
Hey,
go ahead. Go ahead, Florian.
I have to address something in the chat real quick.
Sure, of course.
Mustaches are generally associated with males because males have higher testosterone. If a female produces higher testosterone and grows a mustache, then it's a female mustache. But generally, they're masculine because men generally have higher testosterone.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, there's many women that have facial hair. We all have some kind of body hair. It's just it's more prevalent.
People with
males.
picos have
and
that.
By
there
the way,
was a girl in one of my classes
that had a full beard like this.
It wasn't she didn't grow it out. She would shave it off, but she could grow one.
Oh, but here's a fun fact, biologist. Fun fact: this is not true. People freak out about this. Hair and fur are the same thing. This is fur. If we call it hair on humans. Ugh. But it's fur. Fur and hair.
It's a different kind of fur than what most animals have. There's different kinds of fur, but yes.
Yes. People get freaked out by that.
No,
well, Kyle knows about
furries, though.
I know about what?
It's just carrot.
You know about furries.
What do I know about? Oh, because I'm gay. I automatically know all about the.
No, that's a bear. Furry is like the costume furry, because you had dealt with. Didn't you were trying to get these furries to come on and have an argument and West Coast, East Coast, and furry trans. Furry
is in the fursuit.
No, hang on. Furry trans exclusionary. What was it? Furry trans. Flurfs. Yeah, furry trans. Flurfs.
What the hell?
Furry trans exclusionary. God damn, what did it stand for?
It was like what is it? TARPs? I think that.
TERPs.
That's the name.
Was it?
TERPs.
Trans exclusionary radical feminist. I think is what it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Did I say TARPs? Really?
I don't like them much.
TARPs.
Oh my god.
I don't like them much. People that have dysphoria have enough problems. You don't need to make it worse. Personally.
Yeah, no, I don't understand anything as exclusionary as a group like that. I don't see how it really makes sense to do so. I mean, we're going to accept all you people, and we're going to have, we want to be accepted ourselves, but we're going to exclude this particular group because reasons.
Well, I have a funny TERP story. I went to Walmart. This is after work, so I was in a tank top. I did not look particularly female at the time, and this is after the whole bathroom debate blew up. I go in the bathroom and this lady freaks out and starts cussing at me and saying that I should not be in the women's bathroom because I'm a dude and I'm gonna rape people. I about flashed her.
Well,
I don't get that shit. Oh my god, that drives me so fucking crazy.
Just
go
into your stall and pee, lady.
Listen, if I was going to take a piss and some even hot shit came in, I wouldn't even care if a female wants to use it, because I mean I've been with women a lot. I mean I lived with somebody for like most of my life. I worked with a female. Most
of the time, no one cares.
That's only one way, though, Steve.
Let me tell you. What's that?
It only works one way. You can't go in the women's bathroom and then just be cool with it.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. But let me tell Florin. When a woman, and she knows this, when a woman needs to go to the bathroom, nothing will get in their way. Right. So as a male that goes to the restroom, if I see a woman come in, I just got to. The only thing that thinks about my mind is she got to go. That's it.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know.
Am I wrong for that? I mean, is that not?
I mean, I generally don't have that problem. Some people do, I guess. But in the dorm that I'm
like
in,
waiting lines with women, right? I mean, but
women's bathroom all the time, and women's will use the dude's bathroom all the time. It's really that no one cares. It's just like they all have stalls. And
it wasn't even an issue until like a couple years ago.
Door. Stop.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't.
I think it's because I'm on like the jock dorms. They're all used to like locker rooms. So,
yeah,
it depends on where you are, though, too. Like if you're in a like a rest stop, on the side of the highway at like 3 a.m., it's not going to be cool to just use either one. You're kind of going to want to stick to.
But I mean, if your pet peeve is who used what bathroom, it's like, don't you have other things to fucking worry about in people's lives? I mean, like I said, I just wouldn't care. As a matter of fact, let me ask you. Here's a good question for you. Would you rather have somebody who's outward expressly like a male, like for example, a Buck? I think her name is Buck something or other. She's a porn star, but she looks completely male. I mean, Buck Adams. Is that okay? By the way, I know of this from these topics. Okay, so don't check my history. But right. Buck Adams. Look, I mean, would you rather have somebody like that going to the male restroom or the female? I mean, I would think that if you're like a young child, you would much rather have that person use the the male bathroom because it looks like some intimidating man to you.
People don't ever think of female to male transgender people. They always think of male to female for some reason.
Yeah,
which I don't get,
true.
But the
Buck
other
Angel.
exists.
Buck Angel. I'm sorry, Buck Angel. I've been corrected.
I personally wouldn't care if a dude goes into the women's bathroom as long as they're there to pee. I don't care. But that's because I live on the jock dorm and that happens every day.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Everybody's looking at Buck Angel now. Everybody has Buck Angel in their browser history now.
Great job.
Yeah.
Don't
the whole bathroom
thing.
Look at the way I'm looking at the whole bathroom thing. If somebody is using the restrooms to molest people or do looking at stuff like that,
is so uncommon
though. I agree with that. I think it's very, very uncommon because there's so many other ways for people to get their kicks, whatever their strange, fucked up proclivities are. There's other things that's just going on in this bathroom.
Well, my point is there's already a law that covers that. It's called
It's called
perversion. It's called being a pervert, peeping Tom laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I think the whole bathroom thing is vastly overrated. I think it was like a hardcore Republican
I think that
campaign thing.
I think people just want to stir up outrage, and so they make these ridiculous stances to try and offend people and start an argument.
Yeah, people like their personal outrage. Yeah, of course. People they like the indignation. They like to be outraged. They like to feel like they've been personally slighted. It's a persecution complex. We see it all the time with like red pill religion. That kind of same thing. It's persecution porn. People thrive on it. So I totally agree with that. And I'm not against unisex bathrooms.
It's honestly just as bad.
Well, sure. Yeah. I know radical feminism. They a lot of them thrive on being persecuted as well. They go out of their way to foster drama, so then they say, "Oh, look, I'm being persecuted against." Now, that's not all of them by any means. I mean, I know some very great feminists out there that I respect immensely, and they make really good arguments. I mean, I hang out with like Brittany. Brittany is a feminist. We've never